I just spent 10 minutes looking for the clicker. I'm awful about picking something up and putting it down and not remembering where I put it. But I'm here now. This is a pre-recorded project, and so luckily you weren't live waiting for me. Anyway, so tonight or today, I'm not sure what time I'm going to post this video. Today we are going to be using the chalk paste and a chalk couture surface, and I will be using what we call the hot mess technique with 3 different chalk paste colors, and an A size transfer. So at this point, and if you don't know who I am, I'm Audra, also known as Twisted Chalker, and I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. And yeah, here we go. Loads of fun. So at this point, I'm going to lower the camera down to the table so you can see what I've got going on down here at the table. So if you tend to get a little bit dizzy, you might want to close your eyes, and I'll let you know when you're there. Okay, so I got to walk around because I'm too short. So, pay no mind to the background noise. My roommate is doing her laundry. So the washer is going. And even though the doors are closed, it is a little bit loud. Okay, so this is the Chalk Couture Boutique Bistro Spinning Sign. I think I need to learn the names even more so. So this sign spins. It's an adorable sign. And as you can see, I've chalked on it once. And I put "This house was clean" yesterday. Sorry you missed it. And then I did a little black and yellow and grayish and whitish ribbons on it to go along with my beehive and my bee project. The kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul, on this Aiden 9x12 magnetic reusable frame. Also a Chalk Couture surface. And also with the help of YouTube, made some little magnetic bees to stick to the sign. So that is why I chose to go with the black and yellow on here. And the colors of chalk paste that I'm going to use are the Storm, Brilliant White, and Bumblebee. So, and we're going to do a hot mess technique with those on this side. But before I can get started, I will need to remove the sign from the stand. And I am going to, whoa, I do hope I can have a nice setup with my plugs in my craft room. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to set my surface on this towel because I'm not ready to wash this off yet, and I don't want to scratch it up. It's just chalk paste, it's not sealed, so if I scratch on it, it will come off. So I'm just going to lay it on the towel so it'll be a nice soft surface and nothing will happen to it. Okay, this is the new A size transfer. Nothing worth having comes easy. And I chose this one because the letters are nice and thick, so you will be able to see exactly what I've got going on with this hot mess technique. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. It's a brand new transfer. I have not used it yet. So the first thing I'll need to do is write on the back. I want to write, I'm just going to write "nothing worth having." And you could just write back on it. You could just put a B. You could do anything you wanted to. I do this because if I have multiple transfers going, I know which backing goes to which transfer. So that just gives me a clue what to do when I'm putting them away. So I wrote on there so that I will not put the transfer back on this side. You do not want to put the transfer on the matte side. I learned that the hard way. So I'm going to peel the transfer off of the backing, or peel the backing off of the transfer, whichever way you choose to say it. See it, do it. Okay. I have better luck pulling the transfer off the backing. The bigger ones, I do it the other way. The bigger ones, I lay down and pull the backing off the transfer. The little ones, I have better luck this way. As you will see, it's a high gloss. That's the side you want your transfer on. In case you forget to write over here, you want to put your transfer on the glossy side, not the matte side. Okay? Now I'm just going to use my fuzzing cloth. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth, that's perfectly okay. You can use your shirt. You can just take it, put it on your shirt, and fuzz it this way. Put it on your pants, fuzz it that way. That'll work just fine. I like the fuzzing cloth. It helps with getting the transfers ready to use, and for drying them if I want to use them more than once before they have a chance to air dry. Okay, so now I need to make sure I've got this right side up because I want to be able to rotate the wording. Some days I may have nothing worth having comes easy, and some days I may want to say this house was clean yesterday. This is the most appropriate right now because our house is trashed. We are covered in boxes. So, all right. So I've got it centered, and I'm working all the air bubbles out, making sure there's no air bubbles on the screened area. You can see the black surface coming through the screened area. That's where your chalk paste will go through and transfer the design to the surface. All right. And I'm going to open these up. I didn't open them before I started this. This is the old formulas, so they're not going to be as creamy and dreamy as the new Creamy Dreamy formula, but they still work. And I don't want to give up on them, and I don't want to waste them. So I'm spraying some distilled water into the container, and I'm just going to stir it. And I'm just going to keep doing this until it's about the consistency of cake batter. So you don't have to sit here and watch me because this is pretty much almost irrelevant at this point. I'm going to pause the video and get these pastes ready. Be right back. I'm back. Only seemed like a second, didn't it? Okay, so now these are ready to be used. As you can see, I've got it stirred up and it's in a good consistency for spreading on the surface. There's the yellow and the white. Almost gone. I wish I could say I'm ready to go to Creamy Dreamy on the white, but I still have one or two more of these. Oh gosh, I think I'm going to be using the old one till I'm 93. And then maybe I'll open the Creamy Dreamies, huh? Alright, so for hot mess technique, all you have to do is pick 3 or 4 colors, depending on the size of your transfer and your design. This one I did 3, and I'm going to take my little stir stick and I'm going to use it kind of like a little spatula or a spoon or a scooper, and I'm just going to scoop a little, and I'm just going to randomly dab it in places. Now I have not mastered the technique of not putting too much when I do this technique, so I tend to have a lot of chalk paste that goes to waste. If you do it a lot, you'll get used to it and you'll know how much to put. And I'm going to take the second color and do the same thing and just kind of dab it in places. Just pick random spots. It doesn't have to have any kind of order to it, which is totally goes against my personality. I want everything to be in order. And then I'm going to take the third color and just drop some in places, just like that. Places that doesn't have any of the other colors. Okay. And then I'm going to take my squeegee. I had a cut up one, but I decided to use the mini squeegee. And I'm just going to hold it at an angle, and I'm just going to start at one point. I think I'll go this way. I'll start at one point. No, I think I'll go this way. And I'll just start doing this. And all I'm going to do is make sure I cover all of the screened area. Don't do it too much that you mix the colors and turn it into something completely different than what it is. Just enough to spread it out. Just like that. So you can see the yellow and the white and the gray are all mixed together. And I'm pretty sure I got all of the screened areas. Put my glasses on and take a peek just to make sure. Yeah, I think I did. So now I need a paper towel. Because I'm not going to put what I scrape off back into a jar because they're tainted now. So I'm holding my squeegee up at a 90 degree, straight up and down. And I'm just scraping off the excess. If you notice, I didn't do a whole lot of swiping and going different directions. I just kind of meshed them together and made sure they covered all of the screened areas. I'll put this on the paper towel, and then I'm going to peel to reveal. Now when I peel, I'm not going to just stay on the corner. You kind of work the corner up and then get to the middle. So you start here and then work your way to the middle and just pull it up carefully. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And there we have it. Nothing worth having comes easy. This does not apply to Couture. This was easy, and it is definitely worth having. So now I need to put this back together. So I'm going to set this, I'm just going to set this down right here for a minute. I'll go wash that in a minute. So I'm going to dry this. I'm about to get really loud. If you want to turn down, excuse me, turn down your volume. And then we want to place it back on the sign, just like this. And that's it. There we have it. Nothing worth having comes easy. And if I want to flip it, this house. So let me turn this camera up. I'm going to move the camera up. If you get dizzy, close your eyes for just a minute. Okay. It is back up in the upright position. So you're not looking down at the table anymore. And I'm going to turn this around. Oops. Turn it around. And set that right there. I love how it goes with that. I know you can probably hardly see it. Let me see. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Move you down just a little bit. There we go. That's the finished one. And I can twist it to the other side, just like that. 2 uses out of 1 surface. And I'll get even more when I decide to wash it off and put something different on it. Okay, so that's it for the chalk paste and a chalk Couture surface. The next project you see will be using ink on a towel. So that'll be the next project. And I will be looking for votes for a question to be answered about the towel that will be inked. All right, well, I'll be seeing you in a little bit. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.